What about questionable actions of the complaint director herself? Does Ms. Wetter need to respond to questions of her qualifications, or is she allowed to use funds from the dental authority to support her own defamation lawsuits? Has Ms. Wetter revised expert reports to be harsher against a dentist in discipline? Did Ms. Wetter handle a high-profile sedation injury incident properly? Were other children put at risk by not closing Dr. Mather's office down immediately? Has Ms. Wetter used conflicting expert opinions on similar matters, ruling one way and then the next? Take Quicker Orthodontics as an example. Another is One Visit Crowns. Look at what she said to a news reporter. Has Ms. Wetter checked the ADA&C Council to see if any are advertising 1-hour crowns? She would at least find 2 current counsel in 2020 with website advertising Quicker Crowns. Would she still consider it professional misconduct? Her misinterpretation of the rules and uneven application to avoid embarrassing her bosses is clear. Ms. Wetter's team of word police have made a fortune picking on individual dentists who do not benefit from free legal help. Isn't it time she is stopped? The other prime example mentioned and worth repeating being Wetter's decade-long obsession with policing Quicker Orthodontics. It is made more absurd seeing the ADA&C's recognition of a quicker and safer orthodontic seminar at the PDC conference in March 2020. An Alberta dentist can take the course, then advertise the new services and lose his or her license for misconduct. Pleas to revise the advertising guidelines have been ignored. Why? Perhaps because Ms. Wetter is the legal advisor to the advising committee, and she may hate to be wrong. Did Ms. Wetter withhold evidence which would hurt her cases against dentists? Ignore reasonable requests for evidence a dentist would need to help his or her case? Did Ms. Wetter, with her multi-role as editorial advisor to the ADA&C newsletter, intentionally delay publication of a disciplinary case over 1 year to avoid showing evidence which would question the harsh stance of an advertising case in appeal? Is this a dirty trick or abuse of power? Has Ms. Wetter's lack of qualifications in the dental field led to higher costs and unnecessarily prolonged investigations? How many dentists were unnecessarily punished during her training period? Is this concern covered up due to the transition to the new CEO to avoid embarrassment of the former? Is the ADA&C afraid to survey dentists and patients about their experience with Ms. Wetter? If an Alberta dentist is worried about potential bias of a juror in the tribunal process, the ADA&C lawyers don't care. They always refuse to remove a juror and take the juror's word if they think they are biased. But the Alberta Law Society, in its disciplinary process, actually asks if there are any concerns of bias. With all the lawyers at the ADA&C, shouldn't they be expected to apply the same courtesy of fairness as they would get when reviewed by their authority? Maybe the dental authority lawyers don't want to let Alberta dentists have legal insurance or expectations of a fair tribunal. After all, if they want to make an example of a dentist, this inherently means they don't want to bother prosecuting all the dentists they know are doing the same thing. Who needs fairness? How long does it take for the complaint director to complete an investigation? Should actual victims of harmful treatment wait years while she dilly-dallies with advertising cases inspired by jealous competitors? Is Ms. Wetter's lack of dental qualifications ever going to be addressed, or is she going to be appointed as an honorary dentist through trial and error? Could all this explain why so few dentists trust the disciplinary process and 80% of those surveyed rated Ms. Wetter's performance as poor? Back to the former executive director, GT.